Hey everyone, Troy Drake and Malcolm Fletcher from Streamline Meditation. And today we just want to touch on a technique-based meditation compared to a naturally occurring meditation. Obviously, Streamline Meditation is a naturally occurring meditation. It's not technique-based at all. And a lot of people will talk about, I can't meditate, or, I try to meditate, and I just can't stop my thoughts, and all these sort of things come up, all these things about what meditation is, a belief around what meditation is. And there's a lot of technique based out of there, guided meditations, focus on the breath. Then you've got your mantra meditations, and all these techniques are based around trying to take your awareness away from thought and to stop the thought flow, where a naturally occurring meditation is all about just allowing your mind to transcend away from that busy conscious level thinking mind to the quiet, still, well-rested mind. The beautiful thing with meditation, naturally occurring meditation, and the way the mind works is the mind just works off the same law as the law of polarity, which is just simply law of opposites. So law of opposites states that everything must have an equal and exact opposite. So we can't have an up without a down, a back without a front, a hot without a cold. You can't have that busy conscious level thinking mind that most people are aware of throughout their day without equally having a still, quiet, well-rested mind. So that still, quiet, well-rested mind that we all seek already exists. We've just got to be shown where to turn our awareness and simply allow our mind to transcend to it. So I'm going to hand you over to Malcolm, just to sort of get Malcolm to explain, that subtle difference between technique-based and naturally occurring meditation. So over to you, mate.
Well, the difference, first of all, when people say I can't meditate or I'm not that kind of person, they just don't understand the fact that meditation is happening in their life regularly. They don't recognize it as such. They might just think they were happy, or they might have been captivated by a beautiful sunset or something like that. But in these moments, that doorway is opening. So naturally occurring meditation is not something foreign to us. It's just an expansion or an immersion into something, a deeper version of what is actually taking place. How it happens is beautiful, because all those techniques and so forth that you mentioned, those approaches, are all based on trying to become something that we're not. We recognize that the mind's busy. Let's repeat a word, a mantra. Let's watch the breath. But truly, none of these things are meditation. That's not meditation. It never has been and never will be. Meditation is this depth opening up within you in those special moments that I've just outlined. And it happens naturally. There is no way to that. There is only a way to stop disturbing it. And that means we don't need to use any effort. No control. It's naturally occurring. Just like if you go for a walk or you go for a dance on a beach somewhere, you don't have to worry whether your heart rate or your breath rate will increase to support that increased activity. It happens effortlessly. You don't even have to think about it. But few realize that the same happens when we want to quieten down. That our mind and body already know by nature how to let go and transcend, to come into much more refined states of metabolism. So there's no effort to that. And this is the great significance between naturally occurring meditation and a meditative technique or system or method. They're kind of like an extension of the world of doing. Whereas meditation in its pure sense is enters a non-doing. It's not interfering with the inner, just allowing it to settle. Streamline meditation, we have some guidance there as to how can we just stop disturbing that and let go and let this wonderful effect take place.
Beautiful. So obviously, like when we're doing a naturally occurring meditation, the benefits to that, you know, I'm going to hand it over to you to answer that, but some of the benefits that I know of is quite simply that full totality of transcendence, where the technique tends to hinder that process, doesn't allow you to go full depth, where a naturally occurring, your full depth is coming forward. So it's already there. It's permanently present. We don't have to do anything to create it. So we're just allowing it to come through. So can you just explain the benefit of a naturally occurring one over the technique-based meditations?
Well, the various forms of meditation do provide, some of them are more effective than others. There's no question to that. And they all sort of head in the same direction. But what you just said, Troy, is important because naturally occurring, there is no barrier to it. Therefore, there is no restriction to it. So the totality of your meditativeness can come forward. With the technique, there's always the thought of distraction, unwanted thoughts, etc. There's none of that in streamline meditation. So therefore, we experience a more intense flow-on effect of benefits from bringing the mind and body to this delicate point of stillness. And those effects are just wonderful for the brain function, our mental capacity, and for our physical health, but also extending on from that into our relationships with others. And you know, in this day and age, everyone's highly aware of how sociable we actually all are. We're dependent on one another. So something that's often not considered is the quality of our being plays into the quality of our relationships, how we respond with others, what response we get from others. And so the effects of meditation are varied and tremendous, and they flow on in streamline meditation very quickly. They start to appear in your daily life because it's naturally occurring. Therefore, the result of that natural state of consciousness manifests very quickly, very readily.
Beautiful. I love it. I love the fact of just, you know, not returning to a mantra or the breath or the guidance that you're given. It's just simply being aware of the stillness and the awareness at that point. So that's the power of a true naturally occurring meditation, is to be able to just allow the mind to transcend back to that stillness that is always and permanently present there. So thank you for that. And if anyone wants any other information on Streamline Meditation, go to streamlinemeditation.com.